Okay, so here's today's video. I am Angel Ackerman from Parisian Phoenix Publishing. I'm the editor, publisher, and founder of the small press. We are a boutique press. We make craft books, so we work very carefully with the author to promote their own unique voice and different diverse perspectives. So I waited until late in the day to do today's video. I'm driving home from my day job. I'm a little out of it, bamboozled maybe, because tomorrow I was supposed to go for a Canine Therapeutic Evaluation for my service dog. I'm in the application process to get a service dog from Susquehanna Service Dogs for mobility issues, and I'm really excited about that. I've already done the personal interview, the pre-application, the medical application, the references, and all sorts of other stuff. So moving closer and closer down the line, but we are supposed to get snow tomorrow, so they've canceled my evaluation, and it's 2 hours away. So my daughter also took off work because she has to come with me. We arranged for someone to take care of the dog, all this stuff. I don't have that much paid time off because I use it all for medical appointments. So it's kind of like 8 hours of wasted paid time. But with the snowstorm coming, at least I don't have to worry about going to work. They rescheduled it for February 13th. So now I think I'm going to use the time to work on stuff for the publishing company that I haven't gotten done the way I'd like to, and potentially make TikTok videos so I can participate in book talk. So what is the point of all this rambling? It is sometimes to make the best use of bad situations. So in my case, I don't want to just waste my day off. So instead of going to work tomorrow, because I could go in and I could email my supervisor and be like, hey, the day off, I don't need it anymore. Instead, I'm going to use that time to work on some of my personal goals. I was going to say something else too. I don't know, I've been thinking a lot about social media and about my own writing goals, and it's constantly trying to prioritize what's most important in the moment. But Rachel Peterson, I think her name is, the big social media guru who is all the rage on TikTok and has had a whole bunch of success in TikTok and social media. And I'm babbling, sorry. She's been talking a lot about her strategies, and one of the things she talked about today, which I think is kind of a great way to approach things, and perhaps what I do when I keep making lists all the time that I don't actually go back and refer to. She talks about, what did she call them? Oh, she didn't call them zones. She didn't call them, why does it smell like baked goods? Gosh. She had a word for it. I don't remember it now, so I'm not going to waste time thinking of it. Basically, she designs goals for each of her different working modes. So if she has kind of a maintenance mode, that is the minimum of what she'll do if she's just not feeling it. And then she'll have her growth mindset modes, where what she wants to achieve when she's, really striving. And then when she's having those days where she could end the day 2 hours early, she put it, or she could start something new. She has a list of things that she could do in that time, specifically to help keep her from starting new projects that would just suck up more time in the long run. So I thought that was really interesting. So I think one of the things on my list is to make a master list of every book that we have in production right now for the publishing company, and everything that needs to be done for our backlist, and also some of our social media stuff, and just make this really comprehensive list. It's a technique that I used in my last professional job, because I was the development manager, so I had all the grants and a whole bunch of projects and a whole bunch of funders and things that I was keeping in contact all the time. So to keep that many balls in the air, I always, of course, had, as you can imagine, a list of things to do. But that list of things to do was subdivided into various steps of what to do, and I kept the list not on a piece of paper, but in a Microsoft Word document, so that I could go back and I could edit the list. I would never delete things, I'd just cross them off so that I could keep track of what I achieved, but also so the list was searchable, so I could go back and find out when I did something and how long it was on the list, kind of things like that. Because I would often, instead of going back to the list and just adding to it or just crossing things off, I would actually copy and paste the list to new days periodically, so that I could tell how long something had remained on the same list. Is that excessive? Probably, but it allowed me a reference, and it also kind of gives a framework for how long it takes to get things done, because I was new to this position, and it also gave me a framework for when in the future I should do them and how long I should plan for them. So I guess that is my takeaway from today, is sometimes you can keep rearranging your list and fit things where they fit best and where they feel right, and try not to create new work for yourself when you haven't figured out how to do the old work. That sounds pretty good, right? So anyway, thank you for listening if you've made it this far, and as a call to action, please consider joining our mailing list on ParisianPhoenix.com and purchasing our books either on Amazon or on BarnesandNoble.com, or even via bookshop.org. Parisian Phoenix does have a little affiliate shop there where we list all of our books and some of the books by other authors that have contributed to our anthologies and helped with some of our projects. And we also have the Patreon that no one's kind of found yet, and I kind of dropped. I'm hoping to get to the point where I can do some books for nonprofits and do them via Kickstarter, so we can raise some money for the nonprofits and some attention for the publishing company. But yeah, if you would please consider buying a book or joining our Patreon or something, that would be really awesome. And if you do any of those things, please let me know. Talk about us on social media. Share our work with a friend. My name is Angel Ackerman. Other authors in our publishing company include poet Daryl Parry. Our latest author was fiction author Larry Skurman, Seurman, who writes some nostalgic fiction that has some very, very, I want to say, coming-of-age themes for young men. Young men meaning men in their 20s, not necessarily men in their teens or something. We have an anthology, Not an Able-Bodied White Man with Money, for those who might be watching this podcast because of its connections to podcast, YouTube video. You can tell I just came from work. But anyway, if you're interested in disability or LGBTQIA+ themes, mental health, body image, some of those things, I definitely recommend that book. And of course, my novels. I write what might be considered paranormal midlife women's fiction. My Fashion and Fiends universe currently has 3 novels and 1 novelette up on the usual vendors. And all of our books can be purchased from me, signed by the author, if you email me at angel@ParisianPhoenix.com. First book is $20, each additional book is $10, and that is signed and delivered to your door. The only one I will not do that for is Charles Tico's memoir, his Holocaust memoir, Stops Along the Way, that also talks about his career in commercial filmmaking, if that's the correct term. Only because he passed away in June, so I don't even have an author-signed copy of that one. We really did not expect him to pass away. He was 95, and it was all kind of sudden. So, I do not have a signed copy of Stops Along the Way. I feel like I'm forgetting someone else's book, because we have 9 now, and that's not 9. But anyway, thank you for listening, and again, look us up on social media, LinkedIn, all the platforms. Thanks so much. Have a great day.